To victory. It's Breeze's Saints going up against Keenum's Rams. And we'll send you over to L.A. now, where Brandon Godden and Charles Davis have the call.
Larry, we haven't had NFL football in this city for 22 years, but football is back here in Los Angeles. Coming up, we've got a good matchup on tap between the New Orleans Saints and the Los Angeles Rams. And the D-line pinching together must be expecting the run.
Let's go.
On first down, Keenum out to the flat. That's complete to his running back. Touchdown, L.A. Todd Gurley, 60 yards. And the Rams are going to take a first-quarter lead. Well, he's used to running it that distance. Here, he had to catch it, too, before making the run. Heck of a play for the score.
There's not many things better for an offense than a back who's a complete guy who can run it and catch it. And we just saw him complete a big-time play for a touchdown.
Now, after the touchdown, it's Zerline. He'll kick it away. Breeze now on first down. It's hauled in by Brandon Cooks. And he's brought down. It's a gain of 20 that time. And the Saints are going to get a first down.
And when you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him, because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either.
I think he had the read, figured out where the blitz was coming from, and went to a secondary target for a really nice game.
Brandon Cooks, the receiver he was going after. And now it's second down. And a very good offensive unit here. One of the reasons they're so good is running back Mark Ingram.
Took a little while for him to find his footing when he got into the league, but the former Heisman Trophy winner has it now. And it's
nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Michael Brockers. He's the one that got to him. He takes him down for a loss of 9. The Rams go nickel here defensively on third. Now Breeze. That's caught inside the 20. Touchdown, New Orleans. Brandon Cooks, 49 yards. And the Saints are within an extra point of tying this thing up. He's tough to contain as it is, but in man coverage with a pretty deep pass downfield, really tough to contain.
And it's so difficult because every play you've got to consider he might try and run past you. So your goal as a defensive back is to give him plenty of cushion, meaning lots of space between you and him. If he wants to catch the short stuff, come up and secure the tackle, hit him a bunch during the game, and try and keep him in front. But if you turn your head for a second, if your concentration wanes,
bye-bye.
He just takes off and goes, and I think that's what we just saw there.
So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. Now the return man. This is Benny Cunningham. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. And following that long touchdown pass, a one-play drive last time, to see if the defense, you know they're ready. They don't want that to happen again.
And you would have thought they would have been ready the last time. I mean, that's what you work on all the time. Make sure that no one gets behind you. That's the cardinal sin of defense, not giving up the long pass. They did. Let's see how they adjust.
They'll send a receiver in motion to the right. Here's the first carry now for Todd Gurley. A gain of 3, second down. The offense on your screen now, and Todd Gurley on your screen. That is the back of the present and the future.
And what an amazing return for him from a knee injury his last year in college at the University of Georgia. Now it's like it never happened. There's nothing he can't do on the football field. And if you're a defense, that's a long day trying to prepare for Todd Gurley.
And now a look at the Saints starting defense.
Paul Kruger's one of the most respected veterans in the game. All he does is make plays.
Third down now following the completed pass.
Watch it now, Barney. Detroit! Detroit! Here we go now. Green 39. Green 39.
They'll bring a receiver in motion right. On third down, they'll run it with Gurley. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37.
On third down, that's a good job of situational football and understanding where the first down marker was and getting there.
Let's go. Now let's go.
And the wideout in motion.
Blue 90.
Gurley again here on first down. And he'll get this up to about the 38-yard line. Unfortunately for Gurley, the sophomore slump continues. Over in London, 15 carries, 57 yards, and again, no touchdowns.
And when I talk to scouts who evaluate his game, they still believe he's one of the best runners in the NFL. But it's a combination of two things that they're saying. Number one, when he has a chance, he's not making enough people miss. And number two, he's getting hit a lot in the backfield just as he gets the handoff. The Rams targeted Tavon Austin 15 times against the Giants, and I think that's the right strategy for them. Remember, they moved up in the draft when they went and got him. You've got to find creative ways to get him the football.
Yeah, 15 targets, as you said, resulted in a career-high 10 catches, 57 yards, and a touchdown for Austin. And a catch made by Kenny Britt. It'll be a gain of 8 yards, and that'll make it a second down.
In recent years, the slot receivers really gained stature in the NFL because they can do so many things. Yes, they can line up wide like your normal wide receiver, but they have that kind of courage and toughness to run routes in the middle of the field. And
Touchdown, L.A.! Todd Gurley with his second touchdown in this opening quarter. And the Rams are in for 6. That's a heck of a start to this one for him here in the first quarter.
2 receiving touchdowns, just getting the game underway, essentially. I mean, there's a long way to go. If I'm on defense, we got to figure out how to slow this guy down. Because when one guy shreds your team, that's demoralizing. Make him spread it around at least. But right now, he's showing no signs of slowing down.
Now after the touchdown, it's Zerline. He'll kick it away. And now the Saints get set to trot out there. And they're going to need another score. Got one last time, but still down here.
When you're playing catch-up, every possession becomes crucial, doesn't it? It's vital. Get back out on the field, punch it in the end zone again. They know it's not easy, but what they do have going for them, they did score the last time. They think.
And what about the defense?
Well, now you're just saying to yourself, okay, gave up a score last time. What adjustments do we need to make to slow them down now and get the ball back for our own offense? Is it more pressure? Is it more zone? What do they have to do? They're trying to figure that out themselves.
We'll see if they can figure that out right here. The defense here for the Rams.
Mark Barron entered the league as a safety, but really plays much more like a linebacker. One thing we always notice at the end of every game, his stat sheet is full.
Breeze again here on 2nd and 10. Caught by Snead over the middle. And 15 yards there on the catch and run.
Good throw, good catch, but I really like the route. The drag and being able to run away from defenders, hard to stick with them for that long.
Yeah, better against man than zone, or?
Better against man, because now you're running away from someone and you're not running into a defensive player in another zone.
They go play action here on first down. Deep drop, still back there. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out, incomplete.
But they went for the big play there, but that drop could really hurt their momentum.
Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively. Now a man who sat out 3 seasons. This is Tim Hightower. call it about a gain of 3, and they'll be looking at a 3rd and 7 coming up.
Partner, we know today's NFL is really built around the guy throwing the football. But these short runs, they still pay dividends because they can take their toll on a defense, and they can add up as the game goes along. They control the clock, they control the ball, and that way you often control the game.
Breeze now. It's complete to Flater. And he's got the first down before being taken down at the 46. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. It's Saints football to begin quarter number 2, and they've got it here with a first down. Now Hightower trying to run inside, but nothing there. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Now that's the type of play that'll fire up the defense. Hold them to 1 yard on a first down run. It'll be interesting to see if the offense decides to press the run at all, or if they'll abandon it now after gaining only 1 on that play.
Breeze to throw on 2nd down. And that'll be incomplete. Now play number 7 of this drive, but it's a tough 3rd and 9. They come out 5 wide, 3 of them to the right side. Now Breeze. Throw complete right side to Cooks. A gain of 13 and also a first down.
I don't care how many times we see it. I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. First down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
Now a play fake here on first down. He's going to loft one. Deep left. Got a man. It's Cooks. Touchdown, New Orleans. Brandon Cooks with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Saints are within an extra point of tying this thing up. Point after here coming up. And we've got a good one brewing. We're all knotted up at 14. So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that, they had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were competent enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away. On every offensive coordinator, every play caller sheet, they have about 5 or 6 plays per game that they call shot plays or big plays, and you don't get many opportunities to dial them up, and they just did, and they drop it with a great chance to make a big play. That's going to hurt.
5 yards on the pickup, and they're going to have a 3rd down.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. The slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
It's a 10-yard pickup, and it moves the chains.
Give them a lot of credit. They ended up running the ball on a key 3rd down situation. They were staring 3 and out in the face and found a way to flip the script and keep the ball moving on offense.
That incompletion gives us a second to talk about the NFC East, which we've discussed the last couple weeks. But, gosh, every team in that division is above 500 right now.
And did anyone really expect Dallas to be 5-1 now?
No.
Even if Tony Romo had been healthy, right? Starting the year made people skeptical. They're 5-1. Dak Prescott steering that ship. Washington won the division last year. They're still at 4-3, and they beat Philadelphia, who's 4-2. I can't wait for this Dallas-Philadelphia game on Sunday night. That ought to be a good one.
They come out here in the eye. On the carry, it's Hightower. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
A 1-yard gain can look like a disaster, but it all depends on how the game is going. Is it a series of 1-yard gains running the ball? If that's the case, you might have to start thinking about throwing it a little bit more. But if it's just the occasional 1-yard run, hey, congratulations to the defense. They won that one. Come back and get them the next time.
To throw is Breeze. He throws and he hits the slant route to Thomas. Thomas is starting to come on, Charles. 10 catches, 130 yards in Week 7.
And he's part of the breed of receiver that we're seeing enter the NFL now that's just big. Lots of size. Yeah, they can run a little bit, but more so use their bodies to uncover themselves on routes downfield and make tough contested catches.
And he's got youth on his side, the rookie from Ohio State. It's a gain of just a couple there, but it's enough to get him the first.
Did you see that route the way that I did? I thought he was trying to get deep.
Yeah, that wasn't the first option.
No, it came off of that guy, the deep guy, and came underneath on the drag, completed it very well.
They run with Hightower. And some space here. They call it a gain of 19, and it moves the chains.
I thought guys that were over 30 weren't supposed to run the football this well in the National Football League. How about that veteran leadership? A big-time run combined with some nice blocking by his offensive line, showing that the ins and outs of being a veteran still has his place in this league. His odometer is not totally turned over yet.
The tackle by Tremaine Johnson. So 2 minutes to go in a wild first half. We're back to the City of Angels after this timeout. Looks like the defense in press coverage here. Now Breeze throwing on 2nd down. And they will not get the connection there. It's incomplete.
Not too many things get to a quarterback of this magnitude, but I think it's safe to say that pressure can get to any quarterback.
He's obviously a great franchise quarterback, but felt the pressure, threw it incomplete. So here we go now. An extra defensive back in there on 3rd and 10. Now Breeze. It's a 9-yard pickup on the play, and it'll be 4th down.
So much about offense is what you call hidden yardage. You know, you throw the ball to someone, they catch it, and then they can make a big play. You know, they create a play, run after catch. They did a really nice job there of limiting that and keeping him from a first down.
Yeah, stopped him in his tracks. And no signs of the field goal unit. They're going for it on 4th down. They come out here in the eye. They'll try and run for it with Hightower. He needed a yard. He didn't get anything. And the Rams are going to take possession of the turnover on downs. And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. And following the interception, we'll see what they can put together on this drive.
I can hear my old college coach right now. He always used to tell us before every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. What they're hoping is that last mistake is their only one of the game.
Coaches, that's all they talk about, turnovers, right?
Minimizing those and maximizing opportunities.
And all the way down to the 37.
Coaches really don't care from what position they get this, but run after the catch ability, rack ability, is often the difference between winning and losing and changing field position.
Creeping up on a minute to play in this first half. They'll bring a receiver in motion right. On first down, it's Gurley. And a solid run down inside the 30. A good run there on first down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2. And the offense moving quickly to the line. Keenum now to throw. He has Britt over the middle. And he's able to get it down to the 25-yard line. It's a gain of 4 there, and it gives him a new set of downs.
One thing I can say pretty safely, that route is not called if you don't have a guy who can throw the ball and put some mustard on it. Because if you're going to lollipop it in the middle of the field, bad things usually happen. It takes a strong-armed guy who can rifle it in there, and they were able to successfully complete that one.
Keenum now on first down. He'll throw underneath for Gurley. They'll get 17 yards there. And the Rams are set up now with a 1st and goal. So in the second quarter, he's already up over 100 yards receiving now.
And isn't 100 the magic number for a really good game for a receiver? So he's got a chance to really shatter that and have a profound effect on this game.
Detroit! Detroit! Let's go! Blue, land it!
Out of the gun, Keenum. A fight for the football, and it's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Out onto the field comes New Orleans. And the ball backed way up, so thinking with this amount of time on the clock. And the Rams are going to go ahead and take another timeout. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. So after the INT, it's Breeze. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down.
We know it's not an easy job to go out and catch passes when people are trying to tackle you and knock the ball away. But the bottom line is, that's a pass he's got to have and a pass he should have caught.
Breeze going to throw. It's caught left side by Cooks. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. So after that big play, let's see if they can catch their defense maybe on their heels. Breeze now on 1st down. And he is out of bounds on the other side of midfield. 11 yards on the pickup, and it'll be 1st down, Saints.
And there's a nice completion to Kobe Fleener, and no one can be happier than Drew Brees.
They had Jimmy Graham for all those years, Ben Watson last year, and now coming south from Indianapolis, Fleener. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to get this one down near the 45-yard line. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. They come out 5 wide, 3 of them to the right side. To throw is Breeze. And this is going to be caught. He won the fight for the football. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. This from 54 yards away. And his kick is absolutely perfect. First half in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Out come the Saints now. They'll go on offense first here to begin the 3rd quarter. They have the lead now. They'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the 3rd quarter.
I like the way you term that, because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the...
He's got a man complete. Touchdown, New Orleans. Brandon Cooks, 75 yards. And the Saints add on to their lead.
And this is obviously quite a performance. And most of the time when we talk about someone putting a team on their back, I think we're talking about a guy who runs the football. In this case, it's a guy out wide catching it, and he's done exactly that, truly leading his team right now towards victory.
3 touchdown catches. He's been the headliner. Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. So bad mistake there by the kickers. The ball goes out of bounds. first down. Keenum. And his throw here's incomplete. Hey, well, we have a second. Let's get that interesting stat that our crew dug up for 4-3 versus 3-4 teams. 48% of teams that start out 4-3 make the playoffs. Just 17% of 3-4 squads.
That's almost daunting, isn't it? But let's take a quick look at it with the teams that are 4-3 and 3-4. So if you're 4-3, some teams that I'm really keeping an eye on towards making a playoff drive, Pittsburgh. When they get Big Ben back, look out. They're extremely dangerous. And another one may surprise you, the Detroit Lions. They've won their last 3 in exciting fashion, and Matt Stafford's playing really, really well. Out of the 3-4 teams, San Diego, they were so snake bit early. Now they've won 2 in a row. Keep a strong eye out for them. And last but not least, Cincinnati. They know how to win. It's time for them to crank things up.
And how about this one now? In their own territory, a gutsy call. They're going to go for this on 4th and a yard. He finds Quinn. And he's brought down after a good gain. And after a nice gain, they don't need the penalty. They'll decline it, take the ball where the play resulted. And now a first down following that long gain. On first down, Keenum. His throw incomplete. He was looking for the tight end Lance Kendricks there. That'll bring up second down.
It's a tried and true formula, and I don't think it'll change for as long as we play football. If someone's trying to throw the ball and you can put pressure on them and make it tough, that's only going to help your defense.
Yeah, he's since being hurried. He got rid of it before taking the hit, but incomplete. The slot man in motion right. Back to the ground game here. Gurley. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. Give him 4 on the ground there. They're now left with 3rd and 6. Looking to speed things up here, going with some tempo. To throw, it's Keenum. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
As tight ends go, he might not provide the super flashy plays very often, but he's pretty reliable. Usually an excellent target and normally catches what's thrown to him, but he didn't on that play.
Now it's Zerline to try the Ram field goal. From the right hash, this from an even 40 yards out. And Zerline pulled it. Zerline pulled it. It's no good. Wide left. And this score will stay right where it is.
Well, this winds up an empty possession. Everything looked okay. He just never got the ball on target. And knowing him, he'll be disappointed with that effort.
And on the outside, they're playing press coverage. Breeze now on first. And the pressure gets to Breeze as he's taken down. Alec Ogletree not dropping into coverage. He comes on the blitz and takes him down for a loss of 9. And they're going to speed things up here. Now Breeze. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. And they went for a big play through the air on second down. Couldn't connect. Now it's 3rd.
I guess they figure with a guy who is that hot downfield, who knows how to get the ball into the end zone, you throw it up and give him every opportunity, even though that one fell incomplete.
Yeah, he's already been in the end zone multiple times. Tried to target him again deep there, but unsuccessful. And he comes back with one complete. He's at the 40, past the 20. Touchdown, New Orleans. Brandon Cooks with a career-high 4-touchdown game. And the Saints now add 6 to their lead. And let's count them up now. 1, 2.
Put away your inhibitions. Let the beast in you just get loose. We all young, wild, and different. We can all get from a little. I know you're terrified.